I posted a video that had some people like super upset, you know, and I was called some really nasty, mean names and said some really terrible things from people who've never met me and don't know my situation. But basically all I was doing was sharing my story about how and why I decided to allow my child to move 3 hours in one state away from me and back in with her grandparents. And a lot of people had a lot of really strong opinions about that. Because, you know, I should sacrifice my mental health and I should sacrifice her mental health so that we look like a typical family. But I just don't think that's a fair request on anyone. So anyways, I'm going to have my daughter's here with me, and she will not be on camera because I do not allow that. But she is here with me right now, and we're going to have a little conversation. So just so you know, she is 10. She'll be 11 in August. She moved back to Buffalo in November of 2023. So we've been apart for a little over about a year and a half now. So tell me, Shar, why did you go back?
I went back because I felt like that Pittsburgh was not the right place for me, and I felt like Buffalo was more my place and where I was born and where it's just more homing for me. It's more calming, where Pittsburgh's just like, it's a new place. I'm like scared. I don't know anything here, and I just need to go back to my normal place.
Because you really like routine.
Yes.
Yeah. Do me and your brother like routine?
No.
No. So was living with me and your brother, even when we were up in Buffalo, was living with me and your brother really stressful for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you live with Bouchon, sir.
Yeah, they're actually,
They're very routine.
yes, extreme.
Nothing changes.
No.
Yeah. You have the same schedule every day, the same routine every day. Does it feel like you're living with grandparents?
Yes.
Yeah? In what way?
In a nice way.
In a nice way?
Yeah, I love living with them.
I know you do. Because that's home. And your brother stayed here.
Yeah.
With me.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the best decision for
Yes.
him? Do you like being an mostly only child?
Yes and no. Yes, because it's nice to get some time by myself with no, can you play with me? With my brother. But it's also a no because I do miss him and I do like having some time with him and playing with him.
How often do you get to see him?
Every once a week.
Every once a week. How often do you get to talk to him?
Every once a week. Mostly every day, too.
Mostly every day. Whenever you want, really. How often do you get to talk to mommy?
Every day.
Every day. Would it have been healthy for you to stay here with mommy? No. Do you and me get along better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Way better.
Way better. Because I stressed you.
Yes.
Yes. And your brother stressed you.
Yes.
And I didn't ask you if you wanted to move to Pittsburgh. Was mommy a healthy mommy when I lived in Buffalo?
Absolutely not.
No. Would you want me to stay in Buffalo and be that unhealthy?
No.
So what's better now that we don't live together and close?
The better thing is that we get along way, way better. And Caitlin's healthy here, you're healthy there, I'm healthy in Buffalo. We're all healthy and happy.
We're all healthy and happy. And that's all that really matters, right?
Yes.
So does it change how much we love each other?
No.
No. It doesn't change your allergies either. They're just as bad as always. Okay. Yeah, so I stand very firmly by my decision. Shar, how long have you been in therapy for?
My whole life.
It feels like that, right?
Yes.
Back to your very first memories.
Yes.
Yes. You started, do you remember when you started therapy?
No.
It
I was
was
like 2.
right after goey died.
I would have been like 2, 3 maybe.
Yeah, you were like 3.5, 4, somewhere in there. You were little.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in therapy this whole time. Does mom go to therapy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She needs it.
Wow. Sassy.
You know that though.
I do know that. I had a lot of people who told me I needed to go to therapy because if I was in therapy, I wouldn't have let you move away.
No.
Does that make sense to you?
No.
No. No. We have come a long way.
Yes. Extremely.
Extremely. Yeah. So I stand very firm. And for the people who told me I needed to go to therapy, that I needed to grow up, I needed to suck it up.
They need to.
They need to. Right. Because what do people, here's the reality. When people say mean things, what does that mean?
That means that they're being mean to you and their self.
But why are they being mean to other people?
Because they're sad, lonely people, and they thought, you know what? If I'm sad and lonely, I should make other people.
Right. So, and it's not always just sad and lonely, right? It can be a whole slew of emotions, but basically it means that there's something about themselves they don't like.
No.
So they will put other people down to make themselves feel better, which doesn't actually work.
No.
So to everybody who, was out here telling me all these things that how I need to do all these things and I'm not a good mom, I firmly unsubscribe. I firmly stand by my decision. And the point of me sharing this is to help other people who feel like they're alone because their family doesn't look like what the world, especially now under Christian nationalism, that it doesn't look like what Christian nationalists tell them a world should look like. There's nothing wrong with it.
And even though when you think of family, you think of a mom, a dad, a kid, and another kid, that's not our family. But we're still a family because even though mom and dad aren't single, that doesn't mean they don't like each other, don't love each other. They're just needed. And it doesn't mean we're not a family anymore. It means we're still a family, just not married.
Right. Hang on.